An update on Sarah's story. Thanks for all your love for Sarah Bobby's story. Feel free to comment or ask questions. To recap, David Miller helps his cousin's wife, Sarah, with infertility treatment, leading her to stay with him. They grow close, and David falls in love, developing an unspoken bond. After successful treatment, Sarah returns to Robert. When Robert shares news of her pregnancy and their daughter's birth, David feels mixed emotions. He accepts their unspoken connection is over, but he finds a way to live with the pain, cherishing Sarah's memories. Now read on. Hello, dear friends. I am David Miller, hailing from the vibrant city of Atlanta. I'm currently about 28 years old, a dedicated young professional in my prime. These days, my work occupies me in the bustling office of a large multinational company. Due to my demanding career, I often find myself living quite alone in the city, far away from my beloved and cherished family. Robert and I, as it happens, are distant relatives, actually first cousins, sharing a familial bond. One particularly eventful day, I was in his city for some genuinely important business. While making my way back, I impulsively decided to stop by Robert's quaint little shop. We both sat together, sharing plenty of delicious food and drinks, and enjoyed a truly wonderful, fun-filled time. I had met him previously for the very first time at Robert's memorable wedding ceremony. After that happy occasion, I became so deeply engrossed in my work that I simply didn't get any further opportunities to meet him again. I genuinely didn't have any spare time at all. I was completely unaware that Robert, sadly, did not have any children of his own. One day, I casually inquired, "Tell me, dear Robert, brother, how's life unfolding these days? How are Sarah Bobby and the adorable kids doing? Is everything perfectly fine?" Robert sighed deeply. "Oh, David, what can I possibly tell you, my friend? Your life, by comparison, seems so incredibly complicated. Sarah, my wife, is truly a very good woman. There's only one significant shortcoming. Her lap, regrettably, remains completely barren, unfilled by tiny feet." "What did you just say?" "She's barren," I exclaimed, genuinely surprised. "You're an amazing man, my friend. You didn't mention this to me. I honestly thought that by now, Bobby must surely have become the proud mother of 2 or even 3 lovely children." "Oh, dear Robert, you heard that right, David. Sarah has simply not been able to become a mother to this very day. This, alas, seems to be her ultimate fate. She extensively consulted many highly renowned doctors, but tragically could not find any genuinely satisfactory solution. It's also certainly not that there is any underlying deficiency in my health. Still, I don't truly know why she isn't getting pregnant. This whole situation is truly a complete mystery. I even tried giving her incredibly expensive medicines brought from Los Angeles to San Francisco. I completely wasted a considerable amount of my hard-earned money, but nothing at all seemed to bring any happiness or positive results. Now I honestly feel like simply adopting a sweet child from a local orphanage so that the rest of her life can pass much more easily and peacefully. But Sarah is, you see, incredibly stubborn. She firmly declares that she will never embrace someone else's child. If any child is eventually born as the rightful heir of this very house, then it must be born from her womb only. Otherwise, it simply will not happen at all. This is her incredibly firm and unwavering resolve. Now, my friend, you tell me, what on earth should I do? This is indeed a matter to genuinely think about very deeply and is quite serious too, I acknowledged. But my dear friend, modern science has truly advanced so very much that today there is hardly any serious disease whose effective treatment isn't possible. Still, if you honestly don't mind, send Bobby with me to my humble place for a few significant days. One of my closest friends is an incredibly famous and highly respected doctor. He is exceedingly capable and genuinely brilliant. You can confidently show him all your existing reports and hopefully get some really good advice, among other things. Hey, Robert, do this, he considered. You just stay here at my house today. We will talk to her directly this evening. If Sarah graciously agrees, then please do take her with you to your city for her happiness. I'm genuinely fine with that. Let's see what truly happens. I sincerely hope everything goes remarkably well. By then, the evening had completely descended, and we both carefully closed the shop and then came directly to Robert's cozy house. As soon as we reached home, Robert warmly introduced me to Sarah. Sarah, this is David, my distant relative. He's my maternal uncle's son. He has visited his house after many long years, so please take very good care of him. There should be no shortage in his dedicated service. David and Sarah gracefully greeted each other, and she immediately went to the kitchen to fetch some cold water for both of us. I truly liked Sarah at first sight. Perhaps she also got a very slight hint of my admiration. But due to being a stranger relative, things could not be openly clear, and an awkward distance remained. Sarah soon brought 2 fresh glasses of water on a small tray and served both of us with much genuine love. My eyes remained completely stuck on Sarah. I just kept looking at her with quiet admiration. I began to think intensely in my mind, if only I could ever get such a beautiful and kind wife. It would truly be so much fun. I was deeply lost in this pleasant thought when Robert gently slapped me on the shoulder and playfully asked, "Well, how did you truly like your Bobby? She's awesome, isn't she?" "Yes, brother. She is indeed very awesome. You are truly incredibly lucky to have found such a great wife. To tell you the absolute truth, I am feeling incredibly jealous of you right now." We both then laughed out loud, filling the entire house with echoes of genuine joy. Meanwhile, Sarah brought hot tea and inquisitively asked, "What on earth are you two so heartily laughing about? Why should we tell you?" Robert teased. "This is a secret kept strictly between both of us. We simply cannot tell you." And then he laughed out loud again. Sarah just smiled. "Come on, please tell me. It is entirely your wish. Take this hot tea and drink it, otherwise it will quickly get cold and completely go to waste." Everyone gathered comfortably and drank their tea. After talking a great deal about many things, Robert immediately asked Sarah directly in front of me, "Sarah, I genuinely want to talk to you about something truly important. It is very special, believe me." Sarah replied, "Yes, tell me, I am listening attentively. Tell me what exactly is the matter." Before Robert could say anything further, I politely interrupted and said, "Bobby, the truth is that Robert Bai and I have firmly decided that you will have to generously accompany me to my city for a thorough medical checkup. This is so that it can be ascertained why your womb has not been able to conceive till now. Everything will undoubtedly be cleared up, Sarah." "That's fine," Sarah responded, her voice tinged with resignation, "but we have already gotten such checkups done many times before, and the reports always consistently come out perfectly normal. So, what's the real use of getting separate tests done from outside again? We have already wasted so many hard-earned rupees. Did we ever find a solution or not? Then why waste even more money? If God truly intended to fill my womb, then He would have certainly done it by now. Anyway, I have completely lost my faith in God now. I am broken, truly. I don't know what grave sins I have committed in my past life that I am deprived of the pure joy of motherhood until now. It is simply my inescapable fate. Bobby, I understand your deep pain very well and genuinely feel it too, I gently said. But what is the real harm in showing it just once more? You should at least try. My very special friend, Dr. Adams, has recently returned from Canada with complete and extensive knowledge about this very subject, and he has opened his state-of-the-art lab. You come with me just once. My heart truly says that you will not have to suffer any further disgrace. I have full, complete hope. Robert earnestly added, Yes, Sarah, please agree just this once. David is also doing all this purely for our good. Otherwise, you only think, what is his actual benefit in this? He truly has no selfish motive whatsoever. Sarah sighed and finally conceded, Okay, as you like. If you both truly feel it's necessary, then I agree. But I also have one firm condition. This is the absolute last chance, the very last opportunity. After this, I will not listen to anything you say about this matter ever again. This is my absolute final decision. Robert responded with relief. Okay, as you wish. Now don't talk too much. Quickly cook the food and get ready. The train is at precisely 8 p.m., and we have to leave soon. Sarah promptly prepared food and water within a swift half-hour and quickly got herself ready. At 7 p.m., Robert kindly dropped us at the station exactly on time. The train was scheduled for 8 p.m., which was to go directly to my city, a truly long and arduous journey. Robert left us safely at the station and then went on his way after bidding us a warm goodbye. There was still some time for the train to arrive, so both of us sat quietly in the silent waiting area. A strange, palpable silence hung heavily between us, full of many unsaid things. I was pondering deeply how I would spend the long journey of 2 full days with this unfamiliar relative, Sarah, especially since in my eyes, she had already settled completely into my thoughts from our very first meeting. On the other hand, Sarah must also have been thinking the same thing in her mind. What will happen now? After some quiet time, our train finally came to the platform. Our seats were conveniently right next to each other, which was good. We carefully left all our luggage neatly stored and then sat comfortably on our respective berths. It was getting quite dark outside, and slowly, everyone in the compartment was lying down peacefully on their berths. We also sat together, shared dinner, and then began preparing for sleep. Sarah, if you face any problem at all during this long journey, please tell me immediately, I politely told her. Okay, David G., I will certainly let you know, she replied in a very low, soft voice. We didn't talk much during this entire long night's journey. Everything remained quiet and still. Whenever the train briefly stopped, our eyes would automatically open. We would look at each other fleetingly and then try our absolute best to sleep again. Anyway, my entire night was pleasantly spent in her sweet thoughts and the lovely, comforting feeling of her delightful presence right beside me. In the morning, we finally reached our beloved home city. The sun had already risen brightly. After getting down at the bustling station, We quickly took an auto rickshaw and came straight to my small, cozy flat. My flat was genuinely small, featuring one bedroom, one hall, and a compact kitchen. It was quite sufficient for a bachelor living completely alone, but now it felt a little strange and somewhat crowded with Sarah present. As soon as we stepped inside, I immediately said, "Sorry, Sarah, my flat is a little too messy and unkempt. I live alone, so I'm not able to take care of the cleanliness much." "No problem, David G. I will fix it all right away," Sarah said very casually and with remarkable ease. And truly, as soon as she arrived, she first drank some cool water and then, without any further words, immediately started meticulously cleaning the kitchen and the hall. I felt a little strange, wondering why she was working in my house, but seeing her amazing and natural ease, I didn't stop her at all. "You quickly freshen up, Sarah. Meanwhile, I will bring some hot breakfast from outside," I said lovingly. "No, why breakfast from outside? I will check in the kitchen right now. There must be something available to prepare," she immediately insisted. There was, indeed, some flour, dal, rice, and a few fresh vegetables in the kitchen. In just half an hour, she miraculously prepared hot, fluffy puris and a delicious potato curry. We both sat together and had breakfast with great relish and enjoyment. After many years, I felt exceptionally good to eat such truly delicious homemade food. After breakfast, I immediately called my dear friend Dr. Adams. "Hello, Adams. How are you, my friend?" "It's great, my friend David," he replied cheerfully. "Tell me, you remembered me a lot today. Is there something important?" "There's a very important urgent work," I explained. "I have a distant relative. She is not able to have a child. I told her that I should show her to you. Are you completely free for me this evening? I have some old reports. I wanted to show them to you." "Oh, wow, very good," Dr. Adams exclaimed. "Yes, my friend, please come to the clinic this evening. Around 5 p.m. would be perfect. I will be completely free and available at that time." "Okay, boss, so we will meet in the evening for sure." I told Sarah that we had to go to the doctor at 5 p.m. The rest of the day was spent quite comfortably at home. I had taken a well-deserved leave from the office. There was no work for me today. We had light, pleasant conversations throughout the day. Sarah had arranged the house to a great extent. Everything was shining brightly. I felt incredibly good seeing her dedicated behavior. There was a wonderful peace in the home. It was as if she had filled my deep loneliness in just a single moment. In the evening, we reached Dr. Adams's clinic precisely on time. The doctor conversed with Sarah in great detail, very calmly and patiently. He carefully examined her old reports and also conducted some general, basic tests. After all the tests, Dr. Adams then said to her, "See, Sarah G., from the outside, all the reports are looking normal, just as you told me earlier. But there are some underlying things which are not often visible in these general tests. Modern medical science has made enormous progress, and now there are many excellent new methods by which successful treatment of infertility is genuinely possible, provided the correct underlying cause is found out early enough." He further told me, "I am writing some new and very special tests for her. These will be a little more expensive and will, unfortunately, take a few days to process. Once the detailed, comprehensive reports of these advanced tests come in, then we will be able to say for sure what the precise problem is and what will be the most appropriate treatment for it. But yes, There is absolutely no need to be disappointed at all right now. I am truly hopeful that we will be able to find a successful solution to this problem very soon. Sarah felt a little reassured and much relieved after listening carefully to the doctor's words. She felt a sense of relief, but a clear worry was still distinctly visible on her face. She was deeply worried. While returning from the clinic, I immediately asked her what the doctor had said. Sarah replied, "All the same, David G., we will unfortunately have to get more tests done. I don't know what new information will come out this time." "Don't worry at all, Sarah," I consoled her lovingly and gently. Dr. Adams is a very close friend of mine, and he is a remarkably capable doctor. If there is genuine hope from anywhere, it will certainly be from here. The next few days were diligently spent in getting Sarah's various tests completed. We would go there every single day. Every morning, I would personally take her for the tests and then safely drop her back home. During this important time, our conversation significantly grew. We would talk openly and freely. I told her much about myself, about my persistent loneliness, and my specific job. She also told me about her beloved husband Michael, about their marriage, and the deep, enduring pain of not having a child. During our extensive conversations, I felt her profound pain deeply, and my respect and sympathy for her increased even more significantly. I could genuinely feel that Sarah had also started feeling much more comfortable with me now. She had truly opened up her heart. When I would go to the office from home, she would diligently do all the household chores, meticulously wash my clothes, and skillfully cook delicious, warm food. When I would return in the evening, hot, ready food would always be waiting. It truly felt as if someone truly close to me was genuinely living with me. It was very relaxing and incredibly comforting. There was a newfound liveliness in my formerly lonely flat. There was real happiness. The test reports would take a few more days to come back. The doctor had told us that only after the reports arrived would the further treatment or procedure be explained in precise detail, and it might indeed take some additional time. This effectively meant that Sarah would have to stay with me for a few more days. This was, surprisingly, good news. On hearing this, I felt a strange, inexplicable happiness, the true reason for which I was not able to completely understand. Perhaps I had started to very much like her constant company. I was deeply enjoying her presence. The next few days passed by while I impatiently waited for the crucial report. We had developed a beautiful and harmonious routine. In the morning, I would go to the office and Sarah would stay at home. She would diligently do all the household chores, wash clothes, and keep hot and deliciously prepared food ready by the time I returned in the evening. I didn't even realize when my deep loneliness had completely vanished. The comforting feeling of having someone close at home was truly very soothing. It was amazing. After returning from the office in the evening, we would sit comfortably together, drink hot tea, and talk about all the various things that happened during the day. She would tell me fascinating stories about her husband, Michael, and her family, and I, in turn, would tell her about my office life and friends in great detail. Gradually, we both became completely comfortable with each other and started trusting each other immensely. Sarah's bubbling, joyful laughter and her sweet, engaging talks were transforming my empty flat into what felt like a true, vibrant home. It had become bright and full of life. I could see very closely her profound pain and the deep anguish of being deprived of the immense joy of motherhood. I could feel that many times her eyes would get moist with unshed tears while talking, but then she would immediately control herself with admirable strength. Her courage and resilience were truly praiseworthy. I felt very good seeing her courage and patience. My respect for her increased dramatically, and perhaps this was the real reason that the initial attraction, which was earlier limited solely to her physical beauty, had now completely spread to her wonderful personality and her inherent goodness. A very special, unbreakable bond was quietly forming for her in some hidden corner of my heart. One evening, we were sitting comfortably after having dinner and simply watching TV. Suddenly, Michael's call came through. It was indeed his call. Sarah spoke on speakerphone so that I could also hear the conversation.